And so Air Force Special Operations Command is under a significant modernization and recapitalization effort. I mean, every part of the command is under some form, as we like to see, either modernization or recapitalizing the force. Our AC-130s are being recapitalized with new AC-130Js. Our MCs, our older legacy Vietnam vintage, Desert Storm vintage, I guess we would call them now, are being replaced with new MC-130s. Our old Vietnam Air Pavlo helicopters that you saw flying around here years ago all have been replaced now with the CV-22. We have a new set of ISR airplanes, Intel Surveillance Reconnaissance airplanes. Even our base housing is being recapitalized. When you look around the base, you'll see the old, I call it Eisenhower era base housing being torn down as new base housing. So every aspect of Air Force Special Operations Command is in some form of being recapitalized and modernized. Okay, and so we're in the middle of all of that. The difficulties, though, I mean, that's the good news, is that we are modernizing and recapitalizing Air Force Special Operations. The hard part of it is the enemy isn't taking a knee while we do it. So we have to provide combat-ready forces with what we have today while we recapitalize. So that's the challenge, but we're doing that. We're meeting that challenge. Since you did ask about the AC-130J, we're in the process of building what I refer to as the ultimate battle plane. And that goes to a term, by the way, that was used in the interwar years between World War I and World War II, where we were looking at what type of Air Force were we going to have going forward. And there's this whole discussion about building these airplanes that could fight their way to the target objective area, bomb the objective, and fight their way out. And we kind of referred to them as battle planes, which became the Flying Fortress and the bombers that you all saw come out in World War II. We're building an ultimate battle plane, right? It will be a bomb truck with guns. And what I mean by that bomb truck aspect of it is we can carry a lot of precision munitions on that airplane, on the wings and in the airplane. So we will. So we'll have precision strike capabilities to strike the enemy very precisely, because we are specialized air power. So very precision strikes with low yield munitions. So it's a bomb truck with guns. So we put guns on them because they are very, very precise, very low yield munitions, so the warhead is small. So the yield is small but effective because it's delivered very precisely. And you have deep magazines, meaning you got lots of bullets on the airplane. So you carry deep magazines, you deliver small yield munitions very precisely and very quickly with guns. They're always pointed at the target. So the whole response is quick. So our job is to deliver danger close air support. We're talking within meters, not half mile. The precision is we're delivering it within meters of the friendly forces to engage in. So we build the ultimate battle plane with precision strike and deep magazine side-firing guns. That's what we're doing today.
The biggest change is you just can't get over. If you were a young airman in 1970s, and now you're here, you're a general in the 2010s, which you could never have imagined back then.
I think it goes to something you pointed at, and that is the diversity of thought now and the diversity in our ranks. When I entered the Air Force, there weren't a lot of females. In fact, the female airmen were WAFs. They were women in the Air Force. Now she's an airman. I don't call her a WAF. She's an airman. Happens to be female. Okay? So we even had a name back then. There wasn't a lot of diversity within the ranks. So the biggest change I've seen and the biggest, I think, improvement is the incorporation of diverse thinking within our Air Force and diversity within the ranks. What I call the diversity of thought is one of the biggest changes for the good I think we've had. And you could talk a long time about the weaponry and all that. We do now with one airplane that used to take, a formation of airplanes to do. But I think if I had to pin it on something, we show much more dignity and respect. Not that we were bad in 1974, but there's a lot more acceptance a diversity of thought, and the focus on dignity and respect for all, I'd have to see as the biggest changes I've seen.
Well, thank you, sir.